5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And it's,
Yeah.
you don't need, you don't need all of that hour-long sweaty boot camp workouts. And
Yeah,
to be the
absolutely.
best you can be.
Hey, girlfriends, and welcome to another episode of Tracy Gold Show. And today we have Amy in the house again. We are talking about how to get fit over 50. Today, our focus is really going to be on a part of our fitness journey that we often underestimate the power of, and that is posture and balance. It is so important for us to age well. I'm learning more and more about this as I work with Amy and just the importance of these things. And so today, that's what we're going to focus on and get you looking and feeling amazing. So, Amy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Tracy.
Yeah. So, Amy, tell us, you're going to do a quick little workout. You're going to do a quick little 5-minute balance and things. So, I'm going to hand over to you, and then
Okay.
we'll talk about why it is that it's
Okay.
important and all the good things, right?
Okay. Yes, that would be great. Okay. So we are going to do a quick 30-second balance test. It may not seem like much, but what I want you to do, I'm going to start a little stopwatch. And what I want you to do is if you have something to hold on to, grab it or see if you cannot hold on. The goal is to be able to hold up 1 foot at a time for 30 seconds. That's the norm of women over 50, even over 60, be able to stand on 1 foot for 30 seconds. Don't hurt yourself. Promise. Don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Okay. Now, I want you to just take a deep breath and lift up 1 foot. You can't see me. And we're going to start. And I want you to think about what you're doing here. You are working on your balance muscles. This is super easy. You're probably not working on them too much. But if you're a little bit wobbly, I love when my clients are a little wobbly because that tells me that they're working on those balance muscles. You've got less than 10 seconds to go. How are you doing? Is this easy or is it hard? This is just a test to see where you're at. And stop. That was one side. The other side might be a little different than the other. Let's start my timer. Lift up the other leg. Here it's up there. If this is super easy for you, what I want you to do is make it a little bit more challenging by moving your arms out and in or up and down. 30 seconds. If it's easy, you've got to make it harder so you feel like you're going to fall. Standing on a cushion or a pillow. They have some really cool toys that you can use to improve your balance. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Now, real quick, think about, was that easy or was that hard for you? I'm going to give you one more. I'm only going to do one side because it can be a little scary, but I want you to try this on your own. 15 seconds lifting up one leg, the leg that was the easiest for you. Now I want you to lift that up and then I want you to close your eyes. 15 seconds. See how hard that is? You're taking away one of your senses. It makes it harder. I can't go for 15 seconds. The goal is to be able to go for 15 seconds with your eyes closed. 3, and that was it right there. How did you do? Now, I wish I could see you because then I can help you. But what you need to do if your balance was a little off, if it's great, let's go for there. If it's great, what I want you to do is keep working on your balance. When you're doing your workouts, do them on one leg. If you're brushing your teeth, do it on one leg. When you're walking down the street, go heel to toe like we used to do do it on a curb. Do everything you can to work on your balance, okay? Tracy and I are going to talk about why later. Next is posture. Poor posture has been a pet peeve of mine since I started personal training. I see so many people just hunched over because we're all on our phones. It's worse with kids these days. Sit at a cafe, have a cup of coffee, and watch people walk by and notice how bad their posture is. I'm going to take you real quick. I'm going to tell you why. When you have poor posture, it can impede on your breathing. It can impede on your nerves. It can be damaging to your spine. And Worse, it looks bad. We don't want to be that old lady in the mirror hunched over. And then also bringing our chin down like this gives us neck wrinkles, okay? We do not want neck wrinkles. So if I've scared you enough, I'm going to take you through a 5-minute posture reset. A couple things you can do throughout your day to reset your posture. And then I'm going to talk real quick about just 4 tips, okay? I got a lot to cover here. All right, let's go with my timer. We're going to do an exercise called chin tucks. You're going to bring your chin in like you're making a double chin. Bring it in, lengthening up the back of your neck. We tilt our head forward so much. Now hold that and out, and bring it in and out, and in and out. Give me 2 more. In, lengthening the neck, and out. Make that double chin. Nobody can see you. Good. Now we're going to do some flashers, and I want you to keep your chin slightly tucked. You're going to bring your shoulder blades back, squeeze them back, and then open up, close, and forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. What happens, poor posture is caused by tight chest muscles from rounding over a lot, and then weak upper back muscles and poor neck muscles as well. Keep going. Squeeze the shoulders back, open, close, and down. Now we're going to bring our arms all the way up, bring the elbows back and squeeze. Right now I'm working to strengthen those upper back muscles. It does not take much. Those back muscles in the upper back aren't real big. You can start adding on a band to build up strength, but I find doing these every few days is just fine for good posture. Good. Squeeze them down. Don't cheat. Make sure you feel that contraction in your upper back. Good. Now we're going to do some wave goodbyes. Arms up here. Just round and down. Good. Feel the upper back working. And right now I'm getting a little stretch in my chest, which we want to keep. When we're hunched over our computers all day, that chest gets so tight. Think of it as a rubber band, and it's just in like this, just super tight. We need to get that stretched out. Good. Keep going. This makes me a little sweaty when I'm working the muscles. Plus it's hot here. Good. It's so humid here in San Diego. Hands on your head, elbows in, open them out and close. Feel that chest get a nice stretch. Good. And squeezing the shoulder blades together, working the upper part of your back. Good job. Keep going. Just have a couple more exercises here. Last one. Now I'm going to give you a good chest stretch. Easiest one is to just open up and squeeze. Now you can put your hand on a wall if you're close to a wall and feel the stretch all the way through here. Don't overdo it. Gently and slowly breathing into it. You can do it the other side. Now let's give that upper back just a quick stretch. Clasp your hands together and then round your shoulders. Good job. Open up, stretch those muscles that we worked. In the next couple moves, we're going to work on your neck. If you have any neck pain, please do not take any point of your neck to a point of pain. I want you to bring your chin down slightly. You can clasp your hands on your head and give it a little tension, but not too much. Good. This is perfect. 5 minutes. Sitting at your desk all day. Stretch out those muscles. Keep that nice tall posture. Now bring one ear to one shoulder. Feel a stretch down here. You can take this hand and try to reach it down away to get an extra stretch. Now I want you to just divert your gaze down as that ears to the shoulder. Just look down like as if you're looking into your pocket. Now just keep the ear to the shoulder and gently look up to the sky. You'll feel a stretch in the front of the neck. The last one, you should have felt a stretch in the back side of the neck. Good. Come on over to the other side. I don't have you do these for very long because it doesn't take much. Just over one ear to one shoulder, stretching the opposite arm down. Now you're going to look down into that other pocket. Feel it stretch in the back side of your neck. Good. Then you're going to look up, gaze up, keeping that ear over to the shoulder to get the other side of the neck. Good. Now, You've just done a quick little 5-minute reset. I want to give you just quick 4 little tips to keep your posture good. If your posture is good now, the worst thing you can do for your posture is the things that you do in your daily habits. Looking down at your phone, hunching over your computer, walking hunched over. I see that a lot. So here's 4 tips. The first one, foremost, get your head up. I see so many people looking down all day long. Do you know when your head is down, your head is 8 to 12 pounds. And when your head is down like this, it puts an extra 10 pounds of pressure on the spine right there, because the spine's the only thing holding up your head. To compensate, that lays down bone and fat. And you'll see that they call it a dowager hump as women get older. Get that head up. I have this little handy dandy little device here. I can put my phone here and I try to get my husband, get someone to catch you in the act of having your head down. Get it up there. Rest your hand on a pillow. Your elbow on a pillow if you're reading something or scrolling through for a long, long time. That down head is the worst. The second one is your computer, making sure that you're sitting at your computer. Your monitor is at eye level. It's not up because you don't want your head going back like this, and it's not down, keeping your head down. And your keyboard should be about right here so that your shoulders stay nice and back and down. A good rule of thumb is that anytime you're doing any movement outside, exercise, walking, you think about 3 things. I use I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. I use the term CSA, chin, shoulders, and abs. You keep your chin slightly tucked, your shoulders back and down slightly. This isn't a big exaggeration, and just a nice little tummy tuck. Try that and just see how that feels when you do those 3 little things. You just stand taller, right? When you're standing taller, you're more confident. Your belly's a little flatter. You look and you smile better. You can breathe better. The 4th and final tip I want to give you is that when you're walking, imagine you've got little laser beams right here on your hands. And notice when you're standing where those laser beams go. A lot of people with forward shoulders, those laser beams are crossed like this. We don't want that. We want laser beams going forward. Notice what happens when you turn your hands outward. You automatically bring your shoulders back. So as you're taking your walk, strolling around, look at those laser beams to make sure that they're going straight ahead. Tracy, that is it for my 4 tips. Let's talk about why all this is important, okay?
Wow, Amy, I was going along with you. I was doing it with you. That was amazing. That is jam-packed, girl. So we really need to unpack all of that. So let's first talk about the balance. Wow, those balance exercises are hard.
Especially the one with your eyes closed, right?
Yeah. I mean, definitely my right foot was better than my left foot,
Yes.
but I'm talking about when I was doing it with my eyes open. But then I spot, see, because as a dancer, like if you do circle, 360-degree turns, you spot so that you don't lose your balance. So that's easy. But when you close your eyes, that's crazy. So why is it really important, Amy, to really challenge yourself as far as your balance is concerned?
Okay. And what you said earlier, that thinking about your balance and posture is not, when you're younger, you want to work out so you can get those nice strong muscles and the flat tummy and look good in a bathing suit. But now I've shifted completely in my thoughts about exercise. It's to maintain my mobility and my independence as I age. And the last thing you ever want to do is fall. Okay.
Yes.
So falling, I have a client whose mom just fell again and broke her leg. And it is so hard to recover when you're older. So I'm everything we want to do in our power is to keep us upright and not fall. As we get older, women, we start going into menopause, we start losing estrogen. Loss of estrogen means loss of bone density. So even a little tiny fall could cause a break in the hip. So I try everything I do to keep that balance amazing. And fall is coming up soon, and that's my theme for October will be balance.
So that you don't fall.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
fall this fall. Exactly.
Yeah. Amy, one of the things, so, last week I committed to doing 5 minutes a day, and I've actually been doing more than that, and it's just been completely amazing. So my Amy workouts are going really well.
Yes.
One of the things I really love about your workouts, well, there's a couple of things, but you are very strong in posture and talking us through the correct posture the whole time. Like, tucking in your tummy, putting your shoulders back, making sure you're not in pain, but you're pushing yourself sufficiently. And that not all, I've done a couple of different workout things, and not everybody's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why it became a pet peeve of mine, to be honest. I don't know if my niece will watch this, but she's a tall girl, and she got bigger chested when she was younger, and she was hunching all the time. And I'm a tall woman too, and thank God I married a husband that's 6'3". But I noticed when I was younger, it's
Yeah.
been,
And that's also made me a lot more aware, Amy, because I realized that since COVID, I mean, I've had good posture for a very long time, and I was also trained when I did, speaker training to lift my sternum, and because it makes you breathe easier, your words come out, your vocal cords work better, everything works better. And I've realized that due to COVID, because I've been sitting at my desk for so long, my posture has really gone down. I was
it
like,
is so
whoa.
Me too, Tracy. I've noticed it in myself, and just from being on my phone so much more, and again, just sitting so much more. But I started to notice it as well, and it was kind of a wake up call when my husband said, "God, you got your head down for the last hour." I'm like, "Oh my God," and
Yeah.
it's those we can do the exercises that help correct and keep a good posture, but the daily habits are the things we have to really, really be consistent with, because those daily habits add up, and there's no, I mean, it would take a long time to correct for those daily habits.
Yes, yes. But I am finding, Amy, that also doing short bits of exercise. Like, I always did think I was one that fell into the trap of thinking, well, I have to do at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes, half, to an hour. And what I've really enjoyed is that you've got these little short workouts. So, I've been doing yoga in the morning, which I absolutely love. And that has just made such a difference for my balance, because there's a lot of balance, there's a lot of strength, there's a lot of the woman that I do yoga with as well is very posture oriented. And then I have your workouts, which are also making me more conscious. And then, I tend to do those at the end of the day when I have been sitting for a while, or I have been standing for a while, and it just helps me to reconnect. And then when I go for my walks, I'm much more aware of what I'm doing in my body, because I think we do need that daily check-in, that daily awareness in order to build strength and to build the body that we want.
Yes, and when you start working on those posture muscles, when you start working on muscles, it's amazing. For me, I've seen it with clients too, they'll just go, "Oh yeah, now I know," and they'll feel better in doing the things that they would maybe struggle doing, you know, after sitting around all day. And so yeah, and I do that too. I call it exercise snacking. I try to take
Yes.
an exercise snack throughout my day, and it does not have to be an hour long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And it's
Yeah.
you don't need you don't need all of that hour long sweaty boot camp workouts,
Yeah,
to be the
absolutely.
best you can be.
Okay, so Amy, let's talk about the posture, so the balancing stuff and the posture stuff. And then why do you think, like, how do you think that we can become more aware? I mean, one of the ways is to work with a trainer like I'm working with you. And I have to say, and I did tell you this offline, but I'm going to say it online too, is that I've just been doing your program for a week, and the combination of that and yoga, I went to dance class on Saturday and I felt so much stronger. And I've really been struggling, Amy. I've been struggling with my neck. I've been struggling with my knees. I have not been feeling strong. And I was like, that was the line. I was like, okay, no, then I have to do something. As much as I thought lifting weights was boring and doing exercises was boring, I'm like, it's more boring to be able to go to a dance class and not be able to do what I feel like I should be able to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not who I want to be. So, how can we implement these things in our daily life in a way that feels doable?
Yeah. And by the way, you made me smile when you gave me that text. Hearing people say, "Oh, they feel better after working out with me," is so rewarding. I don't care if you've lost weight. I want you to feel good. That's what it's. So I appreciate that. Um, I think what you're a good example of what, with a lot of people that have been COVID for a while, try to take it slow. Try not to jump into thinking what we did in our 30s, that you had to get that hour-long workout. Try little things that can make you just make you feel a little bit better, not beat up. I think a lot of us think that we've got to beat ourselves up in order to do the right thing. So start out slow. Like you said, you were doing, I think you said another comment. You set an intention. Set an intention, create a plan to do 5 minutes every day. And then
Yeah.
see how your body's feeling. And then I think a lot of people have said, I felt so good, I wanted to do 5 minutes more. And set just small little chunks, weekly intentions of what you're going to do, be it exercise, be it drinking more water, be it going to bed earlier, be it eating your veggies, just once a week. Try not to do too much at once, otherwise you're just going to get frustrated, at least in my opinion, if you try to take too much, and you're just going to feel overwhelmed. And so
Mm,
posture is one of them. It's not a boot camp workout, but if you just set an intention that once a day, just reset your posture, or get that phone up, or have your husband or spouse or significant other or someone around catch you when you've got your head down. Just little tiny things go a long way.
yeah, yeah. I have found that, Amy. So, I had committed to doing 5 minutes a day, but when I got into it, I was like, no, I think I can do more than that.
Yeah.
And I
But
was,
but didn't
yeah,
it
and now
feel
I look forward to it.
And didn't it feel, I mean, 5 minutes for me, that was like not a big deal. I could fit 5 minutes in no matter what, and even 10 minutes. And it just felt so easy to me. I mean, some people that haven't been moving for a while, I do have a 15-minute workout program. And one woman said it's been a while and she had to crawl to the bathroom. Her legs hurt really bad. And she just overdid it. She did too much. But yeah, it does.
Yeah,
You just start feeling good once you move your body. And I'm not trying to blow smoke. I have so much proof that getting moving, you get moving, you feel better. It sends endorphins to your brain, and getting outside, taking a walk, whatever you have fun doing, it's life changing to me.
yeah, it really is. I mean, that's amazing. And, I love the balance of that because there are some people who have been on a fitness and health journey for a while and just need some tweaking. And then there are some that are just getting started and they feel like it's just too big of a deal to start. They feel overwhelmed by the idea of doing a big 30-minute strength training, but you actually don't need to do that. You can really start with small amounts. And I was speaking to a friend of mine on Sunday, and she was saying, she's really been struggling because she's just working so intensely and she hasn't been able to get out and exercise. And I said, you know what? I used to think the same. And then I realized that actually just a few minutes a day would actually keep me going during that time. And of course, I sent her your videos. I was like, here you go. You gotta try. You gotta try this. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, check on the show because she gives 5-minute workouts. And everybody has 5 minutes, right? We
Yep.
do have 5 minutes. We can find 5 minutes in a day. And what I find is it just makes me feel so much better. I mean, I'm able to go for the long haul.
Yeah, there's a quote, and I'm trying to remember it. If you say, I don't have time to work out. If you flip that statement and say it's not a priority, my health isn't a priority, it feels very different. So
Yes.
don't think about it as, oh, I have to work out. Think about, I'm doing something good. My health is a priority. I'm important. I matter. And if you can take care of yourself, you can take care of others, and you're going to feel better, and
Yeah.
just be able to enjoy life. You'll be healthy enough to enjoy the life that you want to lead. Because it's once we get older, recovery's harder. If God forbid you hurt yourself, it's harder to recover. So you've got to get on it now, and think of your health not as a should. What do we say? Don't stop shooting on yourself, but it's
Yeah.
a must. It's a must.
Yeah, absolutely. Amy, thank you so much for this. This is really encouraging. And so for those of you who would like to get in touch with Amy, feel free to reach out to her on social media. I'll put her Instagram handle up on the screen. And then also if you want more information about her workouts, you can actually go to tracygoldshow.com/shop. And she's got information on that because for those of us who are coming through the show, you get a 15% discount on her programs, right, Amy? Plus a 7-day trial.
Yes, 7-day free trial, and you can check it out. If it's not for you, I'm not for everybody, but
yeah,
you might need it. You might like it.
I think you'd be quite surprised. I mean, I didn't think I was a candidate for it, and now I'm completely addicted. Now I'm like, yes, I absolutely have to do my Amy workout today.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
So that's very cool. And for those who want to stay in touch with the show, if you are new, keep watching. We have amazing, inspirational interviews from various different women that are completely amazing and share their stories, and then also practical tips like what Amy's doing today. So the best way to do that is to go to tracygoldshow.com, and there will be a pop-up and it will give you an option to join the insiders list. And that way you will get a weekly newsletter that will give you the rundown on all the episodes for that week. So all the replay and all the fun things that we're doing. So feel free to check it out. Do make sure not to Google it. Go tracygoldshow.com because you will find, unfortunately, you will still find Tracy Gold from Growing Pains. Different Tracy Gold. But of course, I'll put it up on the screen.
That's what my mom did. I want to watch you, but is that Tracy Gold from Growing Pains? I said, no, Mom.
Yeah, it's the problem because we just Google everything, right? And that's why I have to tell people every time, don't Google it, use the actual address, use the URL. Yeah. Fantastic. Amy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to our next session because this is a 4-part series. This is part 3. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.